Far to the east lies the Middle Kingdom, the homeland of great thinkers and incredible artists. The land of mighty rivers, majestic mountains, and mysterious forests. The legendary temple of South Shaolin first appeared here hundreds of years ago. Its inhabitants perfected their ancient techniques for centuries, training the body, mind, and soul every day. Fearless monks defended the temple from both ruthless bandits and the terrible forces of darkness. But their greatest challenge was the invasion of the Wuku, pirates from the east who landed on the country's southern shores. When the government, mired in corruption, was unable to withstand the enemy's assault, the Shaolin monks decided to break their own rules and help. Joining forces with the Imperial Army, the monks managed to defeat the Wuku troops at the cost of many of their own lives. Victorious, the monks returned to their monastery and life went back to normal in the coastal towns. However, for the young fisherman Wei Cheng and his village, trouble followed trouble, seemingly without end.
Bandits again in less than a month. I must find grandfather. He probably...
Wei Cheng, go at once. You are no match for them.
Oh, you bastard!
Wei Cheng lay bleeding to death in the middle of his plundered village. This was how our story would have ended if the Buddhist monks hadn't arrived in time. Making a stretcher out of their staffs, they placed Wei Cheng on it and carried him for several days, until they finally reached one of the local fortified houses.
You have awoken at last. I am glad that my post...
Who are you? How did I end up here?
We are the monks of South Shaolin. I am Master Zhong Fei. On my left...
You are in our camp in an abandoned Tulu, not far from your village. Our scouts found you among the...
Thank you. My name is Wei Cheng.
I am sorry. We arrived when it was all over.
Monsters. I will hunt them down and kill...
Do you really think...
We are sorry to bring you such sad news, but at least you are safe now.
I lost my parents when I was still a child, and my grandfather...
Fate has been harsh to you, Wei Cheng. We will wait until you are fully...
Lu Haibo asked you to...
If you need any help during the battle, just call for me.
Hello, Wai Jin.
You don't look like...
Huh. You're a sharp one. I am but a poor merchant.
The same place where the temple of South Shaolin is...
That's right. They needed a ship to get over to Zhenjiang. I didn't. I look after the weapons and help them get where they need to go. I don't have a crew right now, so the monks themselves are helping me sail the ship.
I guess you have some balls, lad, and you can stand up. Let us start with focusing on the internal power within. Now, go ahead with one of the strokes, but keep it slow. Good job. Now you can either practice a bit more with yin.
Wei Cheng, since you have almost Brother Zheng Lung has gone to the temple of the late Plum on Putuo Shan.
Of course, it is no bother. Plus, Master Zhong...
Thank you. That would be a huge help. You'll meet Zheng Lung.
Xuan Pai at...
I'll go and check the hold, since we recently developed a...
Who are you trying to trick, BAD? You have boxes of...
These are herbal potions!
Strange. The gate is broken. The temple has been attacked. We must find Zhenglong.
This isn't a temple, it's a pile of useless crap.
We've gone through everything, even the...
Shit. Finish off the monks and this load.
Who are you calling?
Changlong?
That's right. You must be the fisherman.
Yes, my name is Wei Cheng. Looks like this Hulk has beaten the crap out of you.
That was only round one. However, I must admit that their leader, despite fighting with the grace of a drunk... Quick, let's head to the ship before Li Haibo starts...
Zhenglong, did you find out anything?
The monks themselves haven't heard anything, but the Wuku... It seems that at least 2 clans are operating in this region. Red Clan, which attacked Wage...
Wait!
That's right. Japanese pirates have reappeared on the shores of the Middle Kingdom.
But you had crushed the Wuku 5 years ago. I thought my village was attacked by just another band of brigands who dressed up as pirates to scare people. I don't care if they're bandits or another Wuku invade.
First, it's too early to talk about a full-scale invasion. Second, if we need help with fishing...
Fishing? Hey.
Yeah, pull the other one.
Staff fighting was a skill passed down through the generation. Grandfather didn't have time to teach me everything, but it was enough to defend our village from...
I've seen him fight, Guanli. His technique is weak, but plus, you know yourself that few survive with such wounds as his.
And he can kill a pirate. What if the pirate doesn't?
They killed my whole family and destroyed my home.
Fine. An extra staff won't hurt.
I won't let you...
Well, Wei Cheng, it is about time for you to fight alongside the true monks.
lumberjacks anywhere, and the Wuku wouldn't have taken them as hostages. It means
The Wuku have occupied a small village north of here. According to reports, the same red-masked swordsman who wounded Zhang...
I thought masks were only worn on every day is a holiday.
Silence, you idiots! Zhang Lun, the plan is simple. The village is surrounded by a thick... Once we reach the edge of the forest, we will draw closer to...
It shall be done. Certainly, my general.
Oh, why did I take you dorks with me? As soon as we are back, you...
Master Guan Li was right. It's the Wuku.
I thought nobody would ever come. You'll have to hire some burly guys with weapons.
What bastard did this to them?
What is this? Another bothersome peasant coming to get revenge for his dishonored sister?
Do you always talk this much? Oh.
How daring! I like it!
We've beheaded one of the Wuku gang and forced them to flee. I'm afraid that this is only the beginning. So don't let your...
You were a great help with...
This doesn't cancel out the fact that he engaged their leader without waiting for us.
And you weren't here, and he could have escaped.
We had completely surrounded the village, so he had nowhere to run. That was the whole point of the plan.
There is great power inside you, Wei Cheng. I can take you under my wing and teach you everything that I know. But you must promise to obey Master Guan Li.
All right.
Our heroes didn't get to celebrate their victory for long. The Red Wuku clan, which had disappeared after attacking Wei Cheng's village, suddenly reappeared in the south of the province. Teams led by the warrior in a white mask swept through the helpless villages, leaving behind only smoking ruins and mounds of ash.
Wei Cheng, you don't look so good. Are you having...
Yes, it's always the same one. I'm in the village again during the Wuku. Guan Li says that we are on the right path, and we'll be able to...
This clan is much more organized. According to the sparse reports, their leader...
I don't care what he's like. When we finally reach him, I will...
You need a distraction, and I happen to have some good news. Let us go outside. This fighting style is called Southern Elements. The first move is a round attack, which inflicts... The second move unleashes the... The third move throws your... Now go ahead and try to use all of this in...
What is it, Shunpai?
I'm trying to write in my free time. I'm recording. There's plenty about you in there. You...
why the Wuku came here. It's not safe to leave the relic here. There was no hoard, but we managed to find this odd...
The pirates probably wanted to sell it to a collector. At the peak of the Wuku...
It's definitely a serious item, since it was guarded by quite an aggressive ghost.
Interesting. Shuanpai, can you find out anything about this temple and relic? I don't want to wake up...
I will try, but my collection of books is...
the last ones. Time to go back.
The Wuku have set fire to the building. Are you okay?
Yes, thank you for your help. The Wuku appeared out of nowhere, so we didn't even have to. We decided to burn down the Tulu and
Run outside and hide. The Wuku have set fire to the building.
okay?
Listen up, everyone. As you've probably noticed,
As if it's ever been...
That's true. However, we have received a letter from an official named Wang Taixin. His powers are still limited, but his spies have discovered the location of the Wuku base.
They have been hiding right under our noses this whole time.
I know the cave. We'd often climb inside as children. Not many people know that it has two entrances. It's pitch dark in that part of the grotto, with little space and sheer drops on either side. The path is nearly impossible to spot from the inside.
A good idea, but such a plan won't work. Considering how narrow the cave is, let's do this instead. I will lead the main group in from the beach and engage them outside, drawing out their... This will cause a panic, and will then use...
Excellent plan.
Schwampai, oh, you're...
It appears that the pirates found out about this.
Damn. I must call for help.
I'll be all right.
There you are, you...
I was not going...
With...
I am sorry for burning down your village. A few years ago, a bloodthirsty tyrant appeared in my homeland, who had decided to... I wanted to launch myself at my foes and die for my families. I gathered a handful of samurai most loyal to my father.
A fascinating story, but what...
Your deaths were supposed to pay Fudo. Forgive me, father.
Before she died, she said that someone called Fudo...
Fudo is a Japanese deity, believed to cast out demons with fire.
Do you think we're dealing with a cult?
I don't know yet, but something tells me...
Master Zhongfei, I would like to speak to you. You have taught me a lot since I've been with you. I've almost completed all the tasks set by Master Guanli, from defending villages to washing these blasted floors.
And now you want to take the monastic vows and become a student monk. Am I right? I won't argue with that. You're quick to learn, you train hard, and already fight better than many Shaolin monks. Yet I have one question for you. You have finally gotten revenge on the person who killed your grandfather and burned down your village. How do you feel now?
For me, she was evil incarnate. Every day I imagined how I would take her life with my own hands. I wanted her nearest and dearest, people I never met, to die a painful death. You probably expect me to say that her murder didn't change anything, that I don't feel any better, and other such banalities. She was only human. She committed all these murders because she was unable to accept her father's death.
You have changed well.
Wei Cheng swore not to drink wine, eat meat, commit adultery, or kill. However, the Shaolin warriors were allowed to break the last commandment if they were in mortal danger. Apart from renouncing worldly pleasures, Wei Cheng also had to forswear his common name and take on a new monastic name. Thus, Wei Cheng went from being a simple fisherman to being the monk Dao Kung.